I don't wanna write this down. I wanna tell you how I feel right now.
LeBron James. This man is very wicked and evil, and bottom line, demonic and evil possessed at times. Now, I've been telling people about LeBron James now for a while, but they refuse to believe it because they either love LeBron or they just too stupid and too much of a sheep to see the truth for what it is. All right? LeBron James has sold his soul a long time ago. He does not believe in God. He does not believe in humanity as far as helping humanity and pushing humanity forward and trying to uplift humanity. He's not about any of that. When LeBron James first came out of high school in like 2002, 2003, on the day of the draft lottery, Nike and LeBron, they gave LeBron, first of all, the biggest initial shoe contract in the history of sports, period. A $90 million deal to a high school kid that's coming out of Akron, Ohio, right? That is projected to be the number one pick in the NBA draft. $90 million. You're going to be hooked to strings until they make enough money back off of you. So right there, LeBron James pretty much became a slave for Nike. And he had to come out here in the NBA and delivered and showed where he deserved that $90 million in the eyes of Nike. Now, I'm gonna get to my point of how LeBron James pretty much, you know, went left and went from the light and went to the darkness, because this is what the NBA is about. Okay? The NBA is very much ran by the devil. It's very satanic. It's not on the surface satanic, but behind the scenes it's a lot of satanic stuff that goes on. It's part of the industry. The same thing with Hollywood and everything else. It's a part of the industry. LeBron James, like I said, he had to sign this contract with Nike. So now he is a slave for Nike. He's hooked up to these strings. He's a slave for Nike. LeBron has to be a certain presence in the NBA for these sneakers to do good in these stores. His name got to ring bells. He has to be that dude. So he's a slave now that's going to have to bust his ass on this plantation to please the masses at Nike, in a sense. So LeBron James over the years was climbing up the chart as far as elite player, right? Because when he first came in, he wasn't that dude at first. He did good, but he wasn't that dude yet, you know? It took him a few years. Kobe Bryant was still probably the best player in the NBA. Tracy McGrady was real good at that time. Vince Carter and all of them was still good and active. Allen Iverson at that time. So LeBron needed some years before the NBA put the ultimate spotlight on him, right? So fast forward probably around 2007, 2006 and 7, he became this, they started to promote him a lot more, right? I think by that time he had won an All-Star Game MVP in one of them All-Star games. And, his name started to become more popular. People started to, he started to do commercials and all that. So the NBA, at that point, you could see they started to put him out there. And he started doing, obviously, commercials for Nike. So he started to be out there a lot more. So at that point, in that season, the 2007 season, the Cavaliers started to all of a sudden be a team to be respected. They started to actually make the playoffs and go further into the playoffs. And that year, that 2007 year, they actually made the finals that year. Wasn't good enough for the Spurs, which is who they faced, but the fact that they made it, and they pretty much was just a playoff team before that. They really wasn't a contender before 2007, right? That gave LeBron James a lot more, credence. Like, people started to respect him a lot more. Like, oh, he just took his team to the finals and blah, blah, blah. And the NBA damn near wanted to shift the crown, take it off, say Kobe Bryant's head, and give it to LeBron now, because LeBron now was looking like, yeah, this is the new wave of the NBA. This is who's gonna start winning championships now, because he just made the finals, and you know he's still fairly young in his career. He made the finals like his fourth year, so they knew this kid was on the up and up. He was the next one for real now. So the NBA started to like cater more to LeBron James. Like a lot of Cavalier games started being broadcasted on ABC, NBC, TNT, and LeBron was just more out there. And while he was being promoted more, he was being, indoctrinated into his Freemasonry and into that secret society, that secret fraternity that the NBA is about, like I said, because the NBA do have that behind closed doors. Behind them curtains that you don't know what goes on behind there, LeBron James, D Wade, Carmelo, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal is a self-admitted Freemason. He doesn't hide it at all. Everybody knows it. All of them dudes go behind closed curtains and do what they got to do. So and who's behind these closed curtains when their careers start to go up. When their careers start to bubble and things start to really fall in their lap. That's when they're getting favors done. They behind closed doors doing, all of these satanic rituals, which is what they do. It's real. If you look up, secret society and secret fraternities, the Skull and Bone Society is one of them. You can definitely look them up and see what they do behind closed doors. It's real. And like I said, Shaq is an admitted Freemason. That's a secret society. They do a lot of stuff that'll blow your mind, man. So while LeBron James' name is being more prevalent in the NBA, his secret life is getting more prominent. He's getting more indulged into it, indoctrinated into it more as well. That's when you know what's going on. That's when you know these people is practicing some ungodly type stuff, is when you see their careers start to really just thrive and do great. And this is not hating, because people will hear that and say, oh, white people can't be successful, because the world that is requires you to do this in order to be successful. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Or when you get successful, you got to do these things. You got to be with this fraternity. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So looking at LeBron James around 2007, 8, 9, and seeing his progression, it was clear as day. And if you watch him in his pre-games, you know what I'm saying, when they doing the salute to the flag and all that, you can see him throw up his devil horn, the 666, and he do a bunch of other shit to show his allegiance. That's the, paying respect right there. That's him doing what he got to do right there before the game. I guess, he do that to welcome the spirits, the dark spirits in his body. I don't know. But he do it pretty often. A lot of people know what I'm talking about, because you can actually pull up videos and see it. LeBron James doing his ritual before the game. So you start seeing a lot of this. And then he got with D Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. Now, at this time, the NBA allowed three superstars essentially to get on the same team and play. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool for them to do it. You know what I'm saying? But they stopped Kobe Bryant and what's that kid that played for the Clippers? Oh man, I can't remember his name right now. The point guard, Chris, Chris. What the fuck is his name, man? Um, my bad, Joe. I can't think of his name right now. But they stopped Kobe Bryant and the point guard from the Clippers to get together on the same team, which I don't understand. It's hypocritical. David Stern did that, but he didn't do it when LeBron James wanted to play with D Wade and Chris Bosh. Maybe because they planned it like that. Just like I'm saying, this is what the NBA do. They will promote certain players when they pretty much got the torch in their hand. Like LeBron was carrying the NBA at that time, so they let him do whatever he want to do. So he got with D Wade and Chris Bosh, and they won 3 championships, right? Or 2. I think it was 3. Like, I'm freestyling off the head right now. Yeah, I ain't got facts in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it was 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron James, no surprise, he changed his number from 2-3, which, if you believe in the symbolicness of numbers, obviously when he was with the Cavaliers, his numbers was 23, and 2 times 3, 2, 3 is 6. And when he went to Miami, he changed his number to, no surprise, number 6, right? So 6 could be his favorite number, or it could just be because he's with that satanic fraternity, and that's the number of the beast, 666. All right, so, and then you see LeBron James a lot throwing up these the Jay-Z so-called dynasty sign, which we all know what it is now. It's the all-seeing eye, the one world order shit, the fucking, they want to watch over everything and control everything from one view, one world order, one world religion, one currency, one everything, everything under one watch, basically. That's how I see that shit. But it's all satanic, pretty much. It's deeper than that, but it's satanic. You know what I'm saying? Look on the dollar bill. It's on the dollar bill. The money is evil. We all know that. Boom. So LeBron, he just start to look like, he can do whatever he want, because he just got these rings now with Miami. And as soon as he got the rings, what did he do? He left. He went right back to Cleveland. This is showing you that he's getting to do whatever he want to do. How many players you see do that? Just leave their team, go win championships, and just come back and win another one for the home team. It's crazy. It's clear as day to see LeBron James was being handed, the remote to do whatever you want to do, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave him the right to do whatever he chose to do, right? So he goes back home to Cleveland and he gets one, right? So now LeBron got like 3 or 4 rings or something like that. And he is the king now. Now they calling him King James, right? So now King James now is now solidifying that he is the poster child of the NBA. He is the man of the NBA, and he is who the NBA believes in as far as carrying the throne. Because now, the previous king before LeBron was Kobe Bryant, and at this point now, Kobe's career was dwindling. It was going out. The fire was going out, right? So everybody knew Kobe was on his way out, and LeBron was clearly that dude. So fast forward again, come up to this year, 2020, Kobe Bryant, they said, because I don't know for sure what happened, because there's a lot of holes in this whole, thing that you can look at and think whatever you want to think. I don't know if he dead, because I don't know. I don't know. But they said Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash, even though the scene of the helicopter crash was white smoke coming up from the helicopter, which is absolutely impossible. Absolutely impossible. If a plane or a helicopter or a car is gonna crash, it's absolutely not gonna be white smoke coming up from the crash, coming up from the, you know, automobile or whatever, the aircraft that crashed. It's gonna be dark black smoke. You're talking about gas and fuel and all these other fucking shit burning. There's no way that's gonna be white. And that's what it was. So that's what I'm saying. There's holes in the whole thing to look at. I don't know what happened, but they said he passed away, Kobe Bryant. And LeBron James had just passed Kobe Bryant in all-time scoring the day before Kobe so-called passed away, right? Just to look at just that alone, like, really? That's not how ironic, like, that's very ironic, really. Yeah, it is. The day before, you know, was LeBron James passing Kobe Bryant, and then Kobe just died the day after. And the day that Kobe Bryant dies is actually the day of the Grammys. Yeah, there's just it's real funny when you look at that whole thing. And then to know that Hollywood is, really hell, and the devil runs it, and the devil is a deceiver. He's a liar. So you can't believe everything, if anything. And you definitely not supposed to believe everything. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just using my brain to think for myself. So, LeBron James, he is now clearly the man of the NBA because there's no Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant retired anyway back in 2016 anyways, but LeBron, there's no Kobe Bryant, period. Now it's just LeBron James. So he's what everybody's just depending on to keep the NBA going on a high level because he's clearly the man of the NBA, dead or alive. Like, there's no Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? So you're looking at LeBron James right now, and what I wanna say right now is what I wanna say, with this whole Kobe Bryant shit is LeBron James actually on the day that the NBA had a memorial for for Kobe, LeBron actually did his ritual on that day on the court right there in front of the whole fucking arena in the world. And nobody called this shit out. Nobody said a word about it. This is what blows my mind. Like, he did all of his satanic throwing up the hand signs and everything right there in front of everybody, in front of the cameras and the crowd and everybody. And nobody said nothing in the news or nothing. Nothing. Of course not. I mean, come on, man. LeBron James is tight with fellow Luciferian Jay-Z. Very tight with him. Actually, Jay-Z has been on LeBron James' dick, and I'm going to say it like that, since 2003, since LeBron was a rookie. Like, he introduced LeBron into that whole fucking realm, possibly. It could be him. Even though, like I said, coming in, getting that big of a contract and all that, and going in the NBA and the NBA promoting you, you're going to have to join the fraternity. But I think Jay-Z played a very strong instrumental role in LeBron James being a Freemason, straight up. So, LeBron James is not no fucking role model to look up to in any type of way at all. But of course, it's the motherfuckers that doesn't deserve fans and followers that get all of them. So this is just another day. This is just another day. It is what it is. Y'all might listen to this video and feel some kind of way like I'm being disrespectful or I'm being too dramatic or whatever, delusional or whatever. But y'all can fact check me on everything I just said. And if y'all could bring facts and prove me wrong, I'd admit that I'm wrong. But I'm not wrong because I've been looking into all of this shit for years, and I know exactly what LeBron James is about. I know what he's been about, and I know what he's about, bottom line, period, from day one. He's never been anything different. He's a sellout in many ways because he sold even a city out. When he left Cleveland for Miami, that was a sellout situation. Look how his hometown fans was dealing with it, and he gave no fucks. And he knew they wasn't going to take it well, obviously. Cleveland been a struggling team for a minute. It was a struggling team for probably 20 years. Very struggling team. They were happy to have LeBron James, not just a great player, but a player from their city that's from there. You know what I'm saying? And he turned his back on them. He sold them out and left for Miami. And when he got his ring, now you want to come back on some, I'm back now. And they accepted him back with open arms anyway. So it is what it is. But y'all open your eyes, man. It's time to open your eyes and see LeBron James for the Luciferian, Freemason, ungodly man that he is. This is what I'm here to tell y'all. It is what it is. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'm going to talk to y'all next time. Y'all take care. One.